there, smile on his face, tail in the air, dog in the playground, bit of a fuss. I know that dog lives next to us. Dog in the playground, oh no he don't, he'll come with me, you'll see if he won't. Dog, the word gets round, the crowd gets bigger. His name Bob, it ain't, it's Trigger. They call him Archie, they call him Frank, lives by fish shop, lives up bank. Who told you that? Pipe down, shut up, I know that. I'm not a poo stick. Why can't they see? I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, I'm Stickman, that's me. And I'm heading away from the family tree. Stickman is floating, he floats on. And Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the swan. A twig, says the swan. This twig is the best. It's the right kind of twig to weave into my nest. The next night before her birthday, Hannah went to bed tingling with excitement. She had asked her father for a gorilla. In the middle of the night, Hannah woke up and saw a very small person at the foot of the bed. It was a gorilla, but it was just a toy. Hannah was frightened. Don't be frightened, Hannah, said the gorilla. I won't hurt you. I just wondered if you'd like to go to the zoo. The gorilla... Zoe Parker grinned as she ran out of the school gates, swinging her bag beside her. Her mum Lucy was waiting for her. It's the summer holidays, Zoe yelled, giving her mum a big hug. Lucy smiled and ruffled her daughter's wavy brown hair. How was the last day of term, she asked. Zoe began to skip excitedly along the... Why do you live in a tree? Mr. Happy asks him one day. Because... replied Mr. Nonsense. I tried living on the ground, but it was too high up, so I moved to a tree to be near the ground. What nonsense, snorted Mr. Happy. Thank you.
I like feeling wind in face. I like rolling in fox pond. Fox pond is nice and strong. I like digging. Scratch, scratch. I don't like next door's cat. Woof, woof, clear off, Mog. Woof, woof, I am dog. I am dog. I like cuddles. I like...
Out of a sock, stuffed with newspaper and tied with string. It wasn't exactly round, but it was everything Pelly needed to be happy. One day he came home and found his father in tears. Brazil, naturally football team, had just lost the World Cup final to them all the team, but only a few lucky people can talk back to them. Zoe was one of those special people.
Your mother has been taken very ill. I am going with her to the hospital. I should not leave her until she is getting better. That may be in a few days' time, or in a week's time. I'll telephone you each day at 9 o'clock in the morning to tell you how she is. Mrs. Stick will look after you all. Try to manage all right till I come back. Your loving father.
And replaced it with a stress lizard, and nobody wanted to touch that thing. Speaking of stress, I really wasn't looking forward to going home this afternoon because I knew they were going to cut a hole in the wall to connect it to the extension. I was worried they might accidentally have to cut through the plumbing, and I didn't want to be around when that happened. Roderick thought they were going to use a wrecking ball to smash through
to Mr. Huff. I guess that means I'll be taking summer school for history. And my day got a whole lot worse after that. When I got home from school, Mum was sitting waiting for me at the front door. You know what? That stack of bills I paid Roderick with? Well, he tried to cash them all, and at once to get money.
The brightling corridor outside the child's ward. It suddenly occurred to Tom that he has absolutely no idea where he was going. His new friend Sally had delayed him somewhat. and now the other 3 children were long gone. What's more, Lord Funt's hospital was a spooky place after dark. Distant sounds echoed down the long corridors. The building was tall and wide.
He's only eaten the popcorn, and he's eaten it all, Charlie hissed in a nervous, high-pitched whisper. The fluffy monster then started leaping around the room, scratching at the windows. He needs exercise, Katie the hamster expert spluttered. The popcorn's giving him lots of energy, and he'll have to burn it off. That's why hamsters have wheels in their cages. That's great, Katie, but how do you plan on exercising a ginormous hamster? Snapped a trembling Ronnie from behind the bed. I mean, it's not like there's a giant wheel for him to